take care of it.
Okay. We just got a notice that it's being live streamed, so.
Yeah.
So call the roll. We just got a notice that it's being live streamed.
Okay. Yes. All right. Yes. Sarah Bradenberg,
Here.
Jeff Fusco, Sarah Biviano,
Here.
Patricia Wyatt,
Patricia is ill. She called me a little earlier. Patricia is ill. She called me.
Francie Lash,
Present.
Jackie Ricciuti, Brittany Robinson,
Here.
Gabriel Forte.
Could you
Yes.
say that a little louder, Gabe? I didn't hear you. Are you muted? Because you're talking and we can't hear you.
Here, I'm switched to a different set of headphones, but yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. Because you're talking and we can't hear you.
I'm here. I'm switched to a different set of headphones, but yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great.
All right, Sandy Augusta.
Here.
All right. All right. You can
Did
go
you-
ahead.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Okay. Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting? And does anybody have any additions or corrections? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as written.
So moved.
Okay. Second? I guess I can second, so,
I second. Sorry, I was muted.
okay. Okay, another roll, Maria.
All right. Sarah Bradenberg,
Aye.
Francie Lash,
Aye.
Brittany Robinson,
Aye.
Gabriel Forte,
Hi.
and Sandy Augusta.
Aye.
Okie doke. Probably the biggest thing on our public education strategy was getting bios together for our webpage when we finally have one. Was everyone able to send one in?
I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
I sent mine in as well.
okay. You
Yeah, I
fancy?
sent mine in by the deadline.
Yeah, I've talked to Sarah. She has it.
Okay, okay. I'm having trouble figuring out how to get a picture, and I'm not quite sure who to send it to. But did everyone submit a picture?
Yes, I submitted a photo.
Okay, so,
Yes, and I just attached it to the email that I sent to Sarah.
okay. Yeah, I used my computer's doing weird things and I used Dropbox Transfer.
Okay.
And so I'll try that again and see if I can get it to Sarah.
If you have the Dropbox app on your phone, you might be able to just forward it to yourself, like via email from Dropbox directly. Or we can talk offline.
Yeah,
I can try to help you get it to her.
okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think Casey was going to do some things and I think she's out of town or I'm not sure. So we'll just push the rest of that down the road. Autumn planting plans, Matt?
Yeah, I think everything is in motion and good. I have a letter that I will be sending to anybody who objects a street tree, inviting them to the meeting on the 24th.
Okay.
And then we will be going out to tag trees probably the end of the month, beginning of next month. They should start planting in the end of October. And
Okay.
there are about, I think, 870 trees,
Wow.
and I think about 40 different species.
Okay.
If anybody's interested in the different species, but yeah, it should be good.
Okay. Is there like a PDF or something you can send us about the species?
Yep, that's what I was looking for right now. I made one, and I think I sent it to somebody specifically who asked, and I can't remember who now, but I can send you a PDF if you'd like. I know
I'd
that,
like that also,
okay,
if you don't mind. I'm
yeah,
so excited about the those numbers and the different
cool.
species. Yeah.
I think it'd be okay for me to send everybody a PDF as long as nobody comments on it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Read
Yes.
only. Cool. I'll send that out later.
That would
Okay.
be
So
great.
in other words, don't respond back. This looks great.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay. Upcoming events, there are, well, Sarah's not on the Tree Commission Academy list anymore, is she? I know it's Leah and me and Gabe.
Yeah, only a few of y'all have made it to your junior year. We've had a lot of dropouts. But
Well, we'll
everybody
just
else,
have to send them back to remediation.
yeah, I wish there was like a GED program or
Yeah.
something, but I think you just gotta re-enroll and then start over next year.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna try and get everybody through. So I'll be taking a head count in a couple months and getting y'all signed up for freshman year. I know Patricia is the one that for sure is interested. I believe Brittany and I think it might just be Brittany and Patricia wants to go through freshman year here in I think January or February. I'll get you all that information and then I'm sure we'll be able to take care of the tickets like last year.
Okay. Gabe?
Yeah, and just to be clear, if you already started the program, you don't have to redo all 4 years, right? You just have to start from wherever you ended. So if you already did freshman year, for instance, but you didn't do sophomore year, you don't have to retake freshman year. Is that correct, Matt, or am I interpreting that wrong?
No, that's correct. So for Jeff and Sarah Biviano, I'll give them the option to attend sophomore year when that comes up. So I
Okay.
gotta keep track of who's where. And yeah, I'll just invite folks to attend the one that's next in line.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay. And fall conference?
Is that the one in Walsh University?
Yeah.
Yep. I have Brittany, you, Sarah, and then John Hilkert ready to go. Is there anybody else who would like to attend it's like a short 1 day conference on October 15th at Walsh University. It's like an urban forestry conference for this region.
Would you include me, please?
Yep, I will. You're free October 15th.
Well, this calendar says so. I'll check the others.
I'll send you.
I will make myself available. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I might be able to go, but I'll need to confirm my availability. So I'll probably circle back with you later this week about that.
Yep. Shoot me an email
Will do.
and I'll buy
Thank you.
tickets later this week.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else that you know of? Matt?
No, I think that pretty much covers everything.
Okay. Okay. Just to be clear, have you sent out the tree planting notices yet?
I've sent out the ones, yes, the notices I've sent out.
Yeah.
I haven't sent out the second round of letters to the objectors, inviting them to the meeting. I'll be doing that at
Oh,
the end
okay.
of this week as
How
well.
many objectors were there?
So far, not as many as I thought.
Good.
I'm wondering if some of these letters got lost in the mail. Yeah,
Maybe we're getting through to people.
I got about 20 objectors.
Okay, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, not too
That'll
many.
keep us busy.
Did I understand that that will be a version of a Zoom meeting or an in-person meeting?
Oh, that'll be a Zoom.
Zoom.
Okay. And it will last as long as you have people still wanting to speak. Is
Correct.
that how you do it? Uh-huh. Okay.
All right. There was a request from, and I can't remember, Toby. I can't remember his last name, but he wanted to make a contribution to the city in order to plant a tree in honor of Lori Zuckerman. And Casey checked it out, and we are allowed to accept monetary gifts. So everybody note that. And then what will happen is Toby and Matt will get together and pick out a tree, and then we'll have a certificate created for Lori, um, so that she knows this is happening and who's behind it and all that good kind of stuff. Anything else on that, Matt?
Toby, it's either Toby Rosen or Rosin. I'm not sure
Okay,
how to
Rose,
pronounce
yeah.
the last name, but I just contacted Toby and we're trying to figure out a place to plant the tree. So
Okay,
I don't know if they've even thought about it. Um, I thought they'd have a place in mind, but
yeah,
I might have to pick something for them. I'm not sure. We'll see, and I'll keep you posted.
okay,
I'll send you an email when we figure it all out.
great. Um, and John, I think this is your bailiwick. It says here amend the rules of procedure.
Yes. All right. Hi, everyone. So last week, you all voted and approved your rules of procedure, and I was speaking with Sarah Biviano. Those rules had requirements in there that all members be residents. I understand that that is not the case here. So there are two, I guess the amendments that we're looking at contemplate two different things. One, to omit that resident requirement. And also, we talked about in those rules, and I know Sarah Bradenberg, you and I had discussed this offline about when and how to conduct organizational meetings. The way the rules that we all voted on, that you all voted on last month, were written is requiring that there be an organizational meeting annually in January. I wanted to change these so that they were discretionary.
Okay,
Director Lash, you have your hand raised.
Thank you, John. I was just want to make sure I'm clear on what you just stated. You're talking about omitting the residency requirement?
Correct. So there was a residency in the city of Akron requirement contemplated in the original draft of the rules. I understand that there are members of this board commission that are not residents of the city. So we are going to amend. It was suggested that we amend that.
Okay, I guess my question would be if
Mhm.
all of our other boards and commissions have that same requirement, why would we give this an exception?
So I don't think all the boards and commissions do have that requirement.
Okay, the ones I'm familiar with do, but
Mhm.
you might be familiar with some others. So I'm just wondering
Yeah.
why are we giving that consideration if this is the Akron Tree Commission?
It's not, as far as I'm aware, it's not provided for in our controlling ordinance that this board and commission is limited only to residents of the city of Akron. I know the same thing. I know it's the same deal with the Commission on Aging. There are members of that commission that are not residents of the city of Akron. They are professionals operating within the city of Akron, but not all of them are residents.
Thank you.
Of course. Brittany, your hand's raised.
Sorry, I was also trying to remove the mute, but my picture was in the way. So I do, I guess, just to kind of piggyback on the previous question, I'm certainly not for omitting people who have like a great impact that could provide input and insight into this commission. I do, though, feel like there should be some maybe like home court advantage. So maybe like a percentage of the commission should remain. I don't know if other commissions do that, but I do think it might be really important to keep Akron responsible for our trees and, you know, just kind of have that sense of ownership. So, and you, Francie, I'm not sure if that's what you were getting at, but I don't want to lose that. So however we can preserve that while we are amending it, should we maybe think about that? Or is there some way that it doesn't say that we all have to be residents, but maybe like 50% of the commission members, you know, must be residents, or I don't know who would keep up with that number either. But if there was something that.
How about a majority?
Yeah, okay. I hear you, Brittany and Sarah
And I don't want to complicate it, but
no, I totally understand. So typically when I'm seeing the residency requirements that other boards and commissions require, that lives within their Code of Ordinances section that controls them. And so the way that the rules of procedure and the controlling code of ordinance typically works is the rules of procedure kind of like refine the code and discuss how the board operates. So when we include those residency requirements in those other rules and procedures for other commissions, for example, like the Civil Rights Commission, I'm the attorney for that one as well. We do include the residency requirement in there because it is contemplated in their Code of Ordinance section. Since there is no residency requirement contemplated in our controlling ordinance here, I don't I I don't know if it's the best idea to put that in our rules of procedure. I think that's more of like an organizational requirement that council would control through its through the code. So I'm hesitant to include it in there. I'm sure, so the way that members are appointed to the commission, like all the other commissions, is that they're appointed by the mayor and then confirmed by the city council. I mean, I cannot speak for the current mayor or future mayors and councils. I would assume, however, that those who are appointing and then being reviewed by the council are taking into consideration like to what extent the potential commissioners are involved and knowledgeable about Akron, right? They're not going to just appoint and then confirm somebody who has no connection or you know strong understanding about what's going on in Akron. You, Francie, your hand's raised.
Thank you, John, for that explanation. I will say this on live stream for all residents and this board to hear that I think that Akron residents should receive the priority when considered for membership on this board or any board that is within the city of Akron. I think that's the right thing to do, seeing as though we're talking about Akron business that takes place and transacts in the city of Akron. I think that is, and that should be a priority. I will always maintain that, whether it's on this board or any other board or commission I serve on. Wanted to state that for the record.
Good point. Good point, you Francia.
I hear you. I understand. All right, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you the proposed changes, and I'll let you all take a look at those. If you're comfortable with them, we'll accept. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right.
How about now?
It's loading. Okay, we see it.
All right. So the first change here is in Rule 4. We're just omitting the sentence that prohibits non-resident members. Are we comfortable with omitting that? Because how it is right now, current members of the commission could not be members if this rule was still here.
Yeah. One of them being Sarah Biviano.
Yes.
So, I mean,
We'll
we're not going to change it just for her, but I think this is a wise, and if we want to put in Francie, tell me if this captures what you're trying to get to. Appointees, the mayor will give priority to Akron residents when considering appointments to the tree commission. Something like that?
Yeah,
Does
I
that-
think that, I mean, yes, I would be open to something like that. And this is not, I'm not saying that I'm pushing anything. I maintain my position, and I think these boards and commissions should solely consist of Akron residents, seeing as though we're dealing with issues within the city limits of Akron.
Right.
But if you want to maintain, as John has stated, he can omit that line. I will vote against it. But I would be open to what you're proposing, but as it is right now, I would not be in favor.
Okay. So then, John, you can come back to us next month with reworked language.
I would like to state that there are issues of law and then there are issues of policy. And what we are concerned with in amending these rules to ensure that all current members can maintain their current membership in compliance with our current code is a question of law. With all due respect, I think that the concern about prioritizing Akron residents as members of this commission and other commissioners exceeds the scope of these rules of procedure. I think that to make such an affirmative amendment would have to require a code amendment, which is possible, but also beyond the scope of this commission. I think that that's also a policy decision that lies within the power of the mayor and then the council in their appointment and approval contexts. All that is to say, I think that, suggesting that there be a different weighing process for Akron residents versus non-Akron residents lies beyond the scope and authority of this commission.
Okay.
So it seems like this probably should not have been written this way from the beginning.
Yes.
And we're just
Yes.
now cleaning up from what okay. I am totally
Yes.
okay with that because I understand that happens. So if we want to incite some change, we need to go outside of this commission and bring it up as any other policy change should be initiated.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So John, if I could ask this
Mhm.
question, what you're suggesting is that we need to take this, the mayor and council should have a weigh-in on how this should be written?
Yes, I have seen residency requirements outlined in the code, the controlling code section. And I do not believe there is such a residency requirement in chapter 101, section 0.13 that controls the tree commission.
Okay. So I guess the best way forward on this, just to keep Sarah and who's our other member that doesn't live in Akron? Or is it just Sarah? Do we know?
I do
mean-
I do not know.
I think it was
Okay.
Jackie.
I'm not
I
sure.
want to say it was Jackie. I thought I
Oh,
saw an
okay.
email that mentioned that.
Okay. Well, anyway, just to keep these two members legal, I'd say let's go ahead and vote on this, and then I'll ask Jeff to get together with you, John, and work out appropriate language that then needs to go before council and the mayor.
Before we vote on this, I do have a follow-up question related to this topic. So let's say, assuming that updated language is put into this charter and we agree upon it down the road, whether it's next month or whenever else it is, would it be something that would impact current members retroactively, meaning that someone such as, let's say, Sarah is impacted by that, or would it only stand for new members that would join, or if current members were to move outside of city limits?
Yeah, great question, Gabe. Not 100% sure what the answer is. Typically, when you have just generally a change in law, it does not apply retroactively. I'm not sure if that same principle applies to board and commission members in this context. Conservatively, I would say that if a commissioner falls out of line with the requirements of the law, it's probably in the best interest that they no longer serve in that capacity because they don't have the power to by the council. But I'll take a better look at that and provide additional guidance next month.
Okay. Okay.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So one of the other changes that I mentioned briefly was just to make it so that that January organizational meeting was discretionary. The way that the way that it was drafted originally essentially mandated that you all hold a January organizational meeting. I wanted to change that, or I wanted to suggest changing that so that, if you choose that you don't want to have an organizational meeting in January, it provides more flexibility in that area. So I changed here in Rule 5 from shall have the meeting to may have the meeting, and then also permits other organizational meetings at the chair's discretion. So I wanted to bring that also to you, just as an administrative point to make it easier for you all.
Okay. Anybody have a problem with that? All right.
All right, let me accept these changes. There are just a few other changes I wanted to show you to ensure consistency between those two other issues. Again, we have the organizational language going from shall hold to may hold. I'm going to accept that because you authorized that previously. Let me just go all the way down. So this is more about the residency requirement. This is to, by no longer requiring residency, I'm taking out, like, you can't be removed by moving out of the city if there is no residency requirement.
Okay.
So we'll accept that. We'll keep that.
Okay. Anything else? Oh, I see it.
There's this one right here. So this is to clarify that and Sarah, you did a very good job of reminding us all of this earlier. To be counted as present, you need to be visually and audibly accessible.
Yep.
Okay. And then this is just some formatting changes. And I capitalized chair, and that is the last change.
Okay.
So now if you want to adopt these minutes, you have to take a vote. You, Francie, your hand's raised.
Yes, a lot of the changes that you propose, I am okay with. There is one that I'm not okay with. So how would I actually express my discontent for the one change which I've already expressed versus the others? Because what you're presenting it as a whole versus parceling it out separately.
Okay. So it would be a vote for all of the proposed changes. So in that vote, you can either express yes or no, and then it's based on a majority vote. If we all vote yes, then they are adopted. If we all vote no, they are not adopted, and we go back and think about it a different way in the future.
Got it.
So now it's time for you all to vote.
Okay. Entertain a motion?
Second.
Okay. Did somebody offer the motion?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I was just so ready.
Motion to
But should I
approve
set?
the
Okay.
changes.
Now,
Yeah.
Maria, are you still there to take the roll? Maria?
I
We're
got it.
down to 10,
There.
so, oh, never mind.
Sarah Radenberg,
Aye.
Francie Lash,
Nay.
Brittany Robinson,
Aye.
Gabriel Forte, Gabriel Forte,
We can't hear you.
Can no one hear me?
Yeah.
Gabriel
Can you hear me
Forte.
now?
Yes.
Hold on a second. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Aye.
Sandy Augusta.
Aye.
So 4 yes and 1 nay.
Okay. So Ben, John, you and Jeff will get together to work on some, permissive language that says, a majority of the commission shall be residents or something like that, with priority going to city residents in the appointment process, something like that. Does that work for you, Francia?
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Okay. So to be continued. Okay, and we talked about the objection process, although I guess we're going to have to see if there are objections. I mean, people who want to take it to a hearing, because do they still have to file a filing fee to object?
So John Skaken and I were talking about it. It doesn't mention it in the letter that we came out with,
Okay.
but it is in the ordinance.
Aha.
So I was gonna ask you, John, is that okay?
So the ordinance requires them to pay the filing fee, correct?
Right, we never took that out. We decided not to take it out of
Yeah.
there. But it was also not in the letter that they've sent out in the past, and we didn't add it. So I don't think it's a big deal this year to overlook that fee. And then next year, I'd like to add it, maybe.
Well, if it's in the ordinance, I don't think we can ignore it.
I
Well,
agree with Sarah.
so we'd be able to turn them all down if they don't file the fee, right? But do we have to?
Did you say you're going to send out another letter?
Yeah, I can edit it.
Yeah, why
So
don't you add it to that so they at least know?
okay. Yeah, I haven't sent that yet, so I can add that in. I think it was $15.
Mm-hmm.
And then should I send that? I guess I'll send that to you, John, to look it over. But I'm just gonna add the one addition requiring the $15. I don't know how they're gonna send that in. And like what kind of instructions I should provide them for sending in the money. But we can figure
Matt,
it.
do you know how they've done it in the past? Because I
I'll
mean, this
talk.
is in the code. They have to have complied with this.
Right. Yeah, at one point they did. And then I think it just kind of fell under the radar. I will talk to some folks that will help us out. Yeah, I'll see how they did it in the past, and then I'll add that to the letter, and then we should be good.
Okay.
All right, we'll connect offline to discuss this.
Okay.
All right. Maria, were there any people wishing to comment during our meeting?
No.
Okay. So, anybody have anything for the good of the order? Okay. In that case, the meeting of the Tree Commission, September 16th, is officially adjourned. Thank you all. Thank you for your contributions.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.